They're entitled. It's the system, but if you ask me, I'd slap those tough kids down before they start any trouble. Saves a lot of time and money. Now, let's get started, huh?
Good idea.
Yeah, let's get going, huh? We probably all got things to do here.
Well, I figure we'd start out with a 5-minute break. There's one gentleman in the bathroom. Mr. Coleman.
You gonna sit down?
Gee, I don't know. I guess so.
You're in my seat. Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not a bad view, huh? What did you think of the case? I mean, it had a lot of interest for me. No real dead spots, you know what I mean? I tell you, we were lucky to get a murder case. I figured that's for an assault or burglary. Boy, they can be the dullest. Hey, that the Woolworth building?
That's right.
Isn't that funny? You know, I've lived here all my life. I've never been inside that.
You had to sort out all that junk, like that thing with the movies.
Yeah, you can say that again. What about that business with the knife? I mean, asking grown-up people to believe that kind of jazz, huh?
I expect that. You know what we're dealing with.
Yeah, I guess. If your horn works, now try your lights. What are you gonna call?
And how these hot weather colds can kill you. I can hardly touch my nose, you know what I mean?
You sure do. I just got over one. Oh, come on, Mr. Foreman. Let's go here, huh?
Well, the guy's still in the bathroom.
Hey, what's new? I didn't get a chance to see a paper this morning.
I was only wondering how the market closed.
You got a seat on the exchange?
I'm a broker.
I run a messenger service. The Beck and Call Company. The name is my wife's idea. Got 37 men working. Started with nothing.
Okay, man, let's take our seats, huh? On this line, yeah.
Yeah, we can all get out of here pretty quick, huh? I don't know about the rest of you, but I happen to have tickets to that ball game tonight. Yanks in Cleveland. Yeah, we got this kid Modulewski in there. Oh, he's a real bull, this kid. You know, boom, real jug handle. You know? Boom. You're a real baseball fan, aren't you, huh? Yeah. Where do we sit here?
Well, I thought we'd sit in order. Yeah.
It's inside.
Oh, would you knock on the door for him?
Yeah. You a Yankee fan?
No.
Baltimore. It's like being hit in the head with a crowbar once a day. Who they got? No, I mean, who they got besides good groundkeepers?
Say, we'd like to get started.
Oh, forgive me, gentlemen. I didn't mean to keep you waiting.
Baltimore.
Okay, gentlemen, if I can have your attention. You fellas can handle this thing any way that you want to. I'm not going to make any rules. We can, well, discuss it first and then vote on it. That's, of course, that's one way. And, well, we can vote on it right now. Then
I think it's customary to take a preliminary vote.
Yeah, let's vote. Who knows? Maybe we can all get out of here, huh?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Oh, boy. You really think he's innocent?
I don't know.
I mean, you sat in court with the rest of us. You heard what we did. The kid's a dangerous killer. You could see it.
He's 18 years old.
Well, that's old enough. He stabbed his own father 4 inches into the chest. They proved it a dozen different ways in court. Would you like me to list them for you?
No. Then what do you want? I just want to talk.
Well, what's there to talk about? 11 men in here think he's guilty. No one had to think about it twice except you.
I want to ask you something. Do you believe his story? I don't know whether I believe it or not. Maybe I don't.
So how come you vote not guilty?
Well, there were 11 votes for guilty. It's not easy to raise my hand and send a boy off to die without talking about it first.
Well, now, who says it's easy?
No one.
What, just because I voted fast? I honestly think the guy's guilty. Couldn't change my mind if you talked for 100 years.
I'm not trying to change your mind. It's just that we're talking about somebody's life here. We can't decide it in 5 minutes, supposing we're wrong.
Supposing we're wrong. Yeah. Supposing this whole building should fall down on my head. You can suppose anything.
That's right.
Look, what's the difference how long it takes? Suppose we do it in 5 minutes, so what?
Let's take an hour. Ball game doesn't start till 8 o'clock.
Who's got something to say?
I'm willing to sit for an hour.
Great. I heard a pretty good story last night. That's not why we're sitting here.
All right, then you tell me. What are we sitting here for?
I don't know, maybe no reason. Look, this kid's been kicked around all of his life. You know, born in a slum, mother dead since he was 9. He lived for a year and a half in an orphanage when his father was serving a jail term for forgery. It's not a very happy beginning. He's a wild, angry kid, that's all he's ever been. And you know why? Because he's been hit on the head by somebody once a day, every day. He's had a pretty miserable 18 years. I just think we owe him a few words, that's all.
I don't mind telling you this, mister. We don't owe him a thing. He got a fair trial, didn't he? What do you think that trial cost? He's lucky he got it. Know what I mean?
No.
Now, look, we're all grown-ups in here. We heard the facts, didn't we? You're not going to tell me that we're supposed to believe this kid, knowing what he is? Listen, I've lived among them all my life. You can't believe a word they say. You know that. I mean, they're born liars.
Only an ignorant man can believe that.
Now, listen.
Do you think you were born with a monopoly on the truth? I think certain things should be pointed out to this man.
Come on, this isn't Sunday. We don't need a sermon.
Come on, we have a job to do now. Let's do it.
Rice Pops. It's a product I work on at the agency. The breakfast with a built-in bounce. I wrote that line.
Very catchy.
Yeah.
Say, do you mind?
Oh, I'm sorry. I have this habit of doodling. It keeps me thinking clearly.
Yeah, we have all this work to do. There's no point staying here
Sorry.
forever. Okay. Now, perhaps if the gentleman down there who's disagreeing with us, well, perhaps you could tell us why. You know, let us know what you're thinking, and we might be able to show you where you're mixed up.
Well, look, maybe this is an idea. Now, I haven't given it much thought, but it seems to me that it's up to the group of us to convince this gentleman that he's wrong and we're right. Now, maybe if we each took a couple of minutes just to... Well, it was just a quick idea.
No. That's a good one. Suppose we go once around the table. I guess you're first.
Well, it's hard to put into words. I just think he's guilty. I thought it was obvious from the word go. I mean, nobody proved otherwise.
Nobody has to prove otherwise. The burden of proof's on the prosecution. The defendant doesn't even have to open his mouth. That's in the Constitution.
Oh, well, sure, I know that. What I meant was, well, I just think he's guilty. I mean, somebody saw him do it.
Okay, here's what I think, and I have no personal feelings about this. I just want to talk about facts. Number one, the old man lived downstairs under the room where the killing took place. At 10 minutes after 12 on the night of the killing, he heard loud noises. Said it sounded like a fight. And he heard the kid yell out, "I'm going to kill you." A second later, he heard a body hit the floor. Floor.